Hello everyone, we're back with another video. It is me, your girl Asia from the Rants channel. Welcome back to my channel. We are back with another Degrassi unpopular opinion or hot take, however you want to call it. I'm actually responding to a hot take on unpopular opinion. My sister, told me like maybe a while ago, and I was supposed to make a video about this, but I was so backed up with so many other videos to make that I didn't want to just jump in and do this before everything else. The only video I really have left to talk about is ranking the Big Mouth seasons from worst to best, and I cannot wait to do that. But this is a Degrassi video that I will be responding to. Like I said, my sister came to me a while ago and told me that she was watching a video and she was going on TikTok where someone said they felt like that Paige and Alex were toxic. Well, this is me responding, and I have to disagree. I don't think Paige and Alex were toxic. I think they were not compatible. Why? Well, I think I kind of expressed this already in my video where I kind of made a Paige and Alex video on why I feel like they should not have been in-game. But for those who did not watch that video, I would just go over what I said in there and I will go deeper. I feel like when I look at Paige and Alex's whole, storyline and their whole like relationship back whenever I watched the show, I feel like it was never going to work. For those who feel like they should have been in game, that's your opinion, but me personally, they would not have worked. Number one, I don't really think Paige was really bisexual. I feel like Paige, kind of like what Grace, remember when Grace said she tried to be gay for Zoe because she felt like she owed it to her because they were friends? I feel like Paige had feelings for Alex, but I think she didn't want to be in a relationship with her, or she didn't just want to be or wanted to be like bisexual, because she kind of expressed that right when she told Alex like, oh, my parents already have one gay child, allow them to digest everything one at a time. I'm supposed to give them grandchildren one day. You don't understand the pressure she's under, right? She gives Alex this whole spiel on why she can't like girls, or why she can't date girls, or why her being bisexual will be so hard because her parents have so many expectations of her. But then it doesn't change the fact that even though she done told Alex thousands of times that she didn't want a relationship, it's the fact that she kept giving Alex like false hope. Like, I don't understand like how people can watch season 6 and like put the blame on Alex. Like, people always say, oh, Alex was trying to force Paige to be in a relationship. She just kept pushing it and pushing it. The thing that was, Alex wasn't pushing anything. Paige knew how Alex felt about her. I feel like Alex just wanted an answer. Like, if you feel the same way about me, then let's make this work. If you don't, then leave me alone. Simple as that. But whenever Paige saw that Alex might be moving on or she might be off of her, she always had a way to reeling her back in, because Paige really was leading Alex on in season 6. Like, she just was kissing all over her, all up under her. She would say one minute she want to be with her, and then the next she want to be friends with benefits with Spinner, or want to do casual dating with that other guy, Jesse. Like, she just had a whole lot going on. Not saying she's not entitled to that. If she doesn't want to be in a relationship, that's fine. But why is you kissing all up on this girl and then going around and saying, hey, you know what would be fun if I did some casual dating with some guys? I understand that Alex was the one who kind of pushed her to do that, because she thought, her being with guys probably wouldn't have been such a big idea, and it would have been, I don't know what Alex was trying to get out of trying to test Paige to see if her being just casual with guys would mean it would be like more simple than her just dating a girl. And in that moment, Alex just came out and told Paige that she's in love with her and that it scares her. That's why she really wants to make it work. Like, she in love with her. She loves Alex. She loves Paige, and it scares the shit out of her because maybe she's never felt that way for anyone before. And the way Paige like put her down for her feelings by just saying that she just cannot deal with her right now, her feelings, I feel like Paige never gave Alex any validation. She never gave her a sign, never gave her anything that she really wanted to be with her and make it work, other than season 5. And I thought in season 5 they were together, but I guess they wasn't, because I thought that they was, but then it turns out that they wasn't. And in season 6 you get nothing but just a whole bunch of episodes of just basically Alex like chasing this girl, still trying to get an answer after all these years on what they are, what they're going to be, and I feel like Paige didn't like girls for real. Like I said, she might have liked it Alex, but she didn't want to be known for dating a girl. That she just didn't, and I feel like she tried to like. I feel like she really, really tried for Alex, and I just think it never worked out. But Paige and Alex were never going to work to the simple fact that they just were not compatible. I don't think that they were toxic, they just was not compatible. Like, it didn't matter how badly they wanted it or how much they tried to make it work, they were never going to work. So for all the people like say, oh, their biggest issue was communication, they had a way more issue than just fucking communication. Even though communication was definitely the top tier, they just were never going to work because I feel like Paige was trying to do bigger and better things. Like, she wanted to like really do something with her life, whatever it might be. Like, she wants a future. She wants to do something with her life. She has plans. She has goals. She has all types of stuff. And Alex doesn't understand why she has goals. Why does she have dreams? Why does she have that type of mindset when life is the way it is? Life is life. You take it how it is. Who gives a fuck about your plans? Who cares? I feel like Alex was just not stable, and I think because of that, her and Paige were never going to work because, like I said, Paige has goals. She's, thinking about life. She's thinking about a career for herself. Why Alex has this mindset where it's just like, go with the flow. And it's like, how long do you keep going with the flow until you get tired of it? You eventually is going to want to do something with your life. You're not going to want to keep going with the flow. I don't understand. Paige doesn't come from, not Paige, I keep saying Paige. I understand that Alex does not come from a good home life to where it can make her think of being stable, right? She just came from that home life where it was just constantly on the move. We gotta get up, we gotta go, go, go. But it's like, it's like she never tried. It's like she never really challenged herself. Like, it would have been nice to have the show try to make her challenge herself, because Paige, I keep saying, Paige, what the fuck is wrong with me? Alex, I keep saying this girl Paige's name. Alex just was not stable. Like I said, she just used to being on the move, on the go, and that's why she didn't really understand Paige's mindset for like life. Like, why the fuck do you want to have plans? Why do you have a mindset? Why do you have any of those things? Life is life. You go with the fucking flow. You deal with life as it is. Whatever is thrown at you, you fucking deal with it. You handle that shit. But it's like, Paige and Alex just is never going to work. Like I said, I can't say that I love them. I love their build up, but them as a couple, it's kind of iffy to me because they spent more time trying to figure out what the fuck they're trying to be than a relationship. That's just how I feel. I don't think Paige and Alex were toxic. I just think they weren't compatible. Like I said, I think people misuse the word toxic. They use toxic for everything. Because I know I did that in my JT and Liberty video. I called them toxic. I don't think JT and Liberty were toxic. I think they were not compatible. Because everybody on TikTok or everybody on my YouTube video who watches the video want to argue with me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, please. I done watched Degrassi 1,000 fucking times. And if anybody knows anything more than the show, it's fucking me. If anybody has studied every inch of that show, it's me. The fuck? No one knows too much of anything about that show other than me. That's just how I feel. I done watched Degrassi 1,000 times. So if I know anything more than anyone, it's me. At this point, they might as well just hire me to be something, because I'm just addicted to this shit. Like, JT, I don't get people who ship JT and Liberty. I really don't. I feel like if you ship JT and Liberty, you must have been a pick-me. That's just how I feel, because there is nothing cute or romantic about JT and Liberty's relationship. Liberty spent damn near her whole high school experience chasing after a guy who made it clear from the very fucking beginning he wanted nothing to do with her. They literally had her chase this boy. I mean, it got to the point where JT pretended to be gay so Liberty could leave him alone, and they still had her chase him. Like, I don't understand why not give Liberty a fucking love interest, a true, genuine love interest that we can see and grow to love. Even if she liked this white guy, they could have threw a white guy in there. They could have still had an interracial relationship. I still would have liked it. You feel me? I just don't like the idea of Liberty chasing a boy and then y'all trying to make it like, oh, it's cute. Y'all looking at it as rose-tinted glasses. No, JT and Liberty are not cute. They were not compatible. Maybe there might have been some hope that if he wouldn't have died, that they probably would have been able to make it work. Maybe, just maybe. Who knows? But I always feel like in that moment where they actually had that conversation in season 6, they had their most chemistry in that scene that they ever did in any other scene when they were a couple. That and when they first kissed, I will give them that. But I feel like the Percy storyline ruined JT Liberty. Like, it ruined any kind of any hope I could have had for the relationship. Like, people who put them in the snap section or put them, oh, Degrassi did their thing, I do not agree. I don't think JT and Liberty does belong in Degrassi's best relationship. Because what makes them so great? What makes them the cream of the crop? Like, what makes them one of the greatest couples? Please tell me, because I don't get it. I really don't understand. And I know I'm going on a complete side rant, but I think I said everything I needed to say about Paige and Alex. So we're going to go ahead and address some other things when it comes to Degrassi. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If I had to go on an ending note about Paige and Alex before I get back into the JC Liberty thing, I will probably say Paige and Alex were not toxic. They just were not compatible. I feel like when I go back and watch the show from when they build them up, I kind of have a sense they were never going to be in game. They were never going to end well. And I was actually kind of happy when they finally broke up in season 7, because I feel like in that episode it was time to call quits. I feel like the chemistry that I saw with Paige and Alex in season 5 just wasn't there when you watch season 6 and 7. And I was never a fan how Paige pretty much like always doing it. I never was a fan how Paige always doing it out of space that she was a stripper. Like, pretty much saying it was classless for her to be doing what she was doing to make the money that she needed. When it's like she didn't understand why she needed to do it. And I feel like as a friend or whatever Paige was to Alex, it's like you should at least understand where she was coming from. Her mother needed the money to pay for the credit card bills, but what Alex thought her mother needed the money for, she did not use it for that cause. So yeah, I felt Alex when it's like, imagine what she had to do to get that money. She had to completely degrade herself, go against her morals and everything just for money. Like, money is the root of all evil, and she literally went to hell and back for it just for her mom to spend it on her loser boyfriend. So I didn't like how Paige was like, oh, maybe you should go dance on the pole, or how in season 7 when she didn't like that Alex was just sitting around and didn't have a job, she told her maybe we go back to stripping and make us some money. It's like, damn, like, you just gonna keep throwing that shit in my face. I did not like that. So yeah, I feel like around season 7 when they were still a couple, I was really, really happy when they finally broke up, because I feel like it was time to fucking end this. They're dragging this, and I just feel like whatever they're still trying to be, whatever they're still trying to figure out, clearly it ain't meant to be. Because if you're still trying to figure it out, it ain't meant to be. That's just how I feel. Now, so basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think Paige and Alex were toxic. They just were not compatible, and I don't think they should have been in game. That's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Now, back to JC and Liberty. Like I said, to the motherfuckers who were mad that I gave my opinion on TikTok and on my YouTube, and they left comments, I have my own opinion, and I don't feel like JC and Liberty should have been in game. Like I said, had in season 6 had he not died, maybe we could have saw what we would have seen. Maybe, just maybe, they would have worked. But I still have at least hope that they probably could. Like I said, I just feel like the pregnancy storyline ruined any kind of hope that they might have had as a relationship. Liberty was such a bitch to JC. She was so mean to him. Like, she was so mean to him to the point where it was just so unnecessary. Like, they made Liberty so unlikable as a character in season 5. Like, she was just so bitchy and mean and stubborn, and it was just like, what the fuck is wrong with her? other than her being pregnant, it's like, what's wrong with her? Because Liberty wasn't really a character in the show I never really cared too much for. I never really cared for Liberty, and that's really because the show never really gave her much of anything for me to care for. Like, she just felt there. Like, she never really had never had much character development for me. For the most part, she just felt like she was just on the cast. And you know what? Her and Jimmy being like the first two black characters they had on the show to not really do much with. Jimmy. Well, I would say, I feel like Liberty really was like their first black girl on the show they could have done more with. I know a lot of people say, oh, but Hazel was there. Hazel was really a sidekick to Paige, period. She really was the sidekick for real. But I feel like Liberty should have at least had something. She could have at least had a storyline, something. That's why I said instead of her character trying to be a pick-me and want to be with JT, they could have gave her a true, genuine love story that we all could have gotten behind. Like I said, her type was clearly white guys, right? Clearly, because she liked the JT, and then later on in season 3, she liked the Sean. So she obviously liked the white guys. So I feel like, why not do a compelling story where there could be a new guy coming into the Degrassi? That could have been her love interest. And if we liked it, they could have been what they could have been. I don't know. I just feel like Liberty is just one of those characters I feel like I would have liked to know more about. Like I said in my video, I would like to know, where does that perfectionist mindset come from? Why the fuck is she so serious? Like, where does it come from? I would have liked to, had they done more. But, you know what? Since they didn't, I didn't really care too much about Liberty. But as far as I'm concerned, I am entitled to my opinion. I just don't think Liberty and JT are one of the Degrassi's greatest couples. Nothing about them. They don't belong in the conversation when it comes to Degrassi couples to me. They do not belong in that conversation at all. They don't belong in the cream of the crop. They don't belong on a top 10 list. They don't belong on any list. They weren't even on my list for top 10 Degrassi couples. They weren't, because why the fuck would I put them on there? They don't deserve to be on the list. They were just not, they just weren't it for me. Like, I don't know how long it's been that some of y'all actually went back and watched the show, but when you actually watch the show, and I mean like not just watching it for drama or whatever, like actually watch it and actually pick apart scenes and shit like that, I swear y'all will look at shit so fucking differently. Like, y'all will look at a lot of shit differently, because I know I do. Like, there's like a lot of shit I look at different when it comes to Degrassi. When it comes to characters, storylines, couples, for sure couples. Like I said, I look at, there's a lot of couples I look at differently now. Like, I look at the whole Maya and Zig thing completely different. I think they're overrated. Like, I definitely think they're overrated. I done made plenty of videos about that. I feel like they're overrated because I feel like their love story is good, but is it really that good? And I really explained that. I feel like their love story was better than their fucking relationship. I think Maya, best relationship on the show is with Cam, even though a lot of people feel like their relationship sucks. I feel like her best relationship on the show was hands down Cam. And I feel like had he not done what he did in season 12, they for sure would have been in game. Like, I don't know how long it's been since y'all watched the Degrassi, but please go back and watch season 11 through 14, and then watch Next Class, and then I would like to hear y'all talk about Maya and Zig, because I didn't watch all of that. I didn't watch beginning and end of the Degrassi, and watch beginning and end of Next Class. And I look at a whole lot of things different. Like I said, I think Maya and Zig's relationship is overrated. And everybody's favorite couple, Eli and Claire. I feel like Eli and Claire really shouldn't have been in game, but I'm not mad at the fact that they were, if that makes sense. And I'll go deeper into that right now so I can stop talking, because I pretty much said everything I needed to say. Now, what I mean when I say that Eli and Claire really shouldn't have been in game, now, when that girl said that Eli and Claire were both toxic to themselves and to each other, I don't think Eli and Claire were toxic. Like I said, I think people kind of misuse the word toxic. Everybody loves to say the word toxic, that I kind of sometimes feel like they don't even know what the fuck it means for real. Now, I feel like Eli and Claire I think when Eli went to college, I think that they became non-compatible. Like, I just don't think they weren't compatible anymore. Like, I just think nothing in the relationship was working. Like, Eli was cheating, and, you know, Claire was basically catching feelings for another guy while she was in a relationship with Eli. Never took any accountability for it. Everybody always takes Claire's side when it comes to the whole pregnancy thing. Nobody ever looks at Eli's side. There's two sides to every motherfucking story. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is. Nobody ever looks at Eli's side or never understand why the fuck he was so mad. And I'm going to say it for the 10,000th time, I understand why he was so angry because, like I said, even though, okay, when he called her a whore, right? It was like, oh, how dare he call her a whore when he was the one who cheated on her. Yes, Eli did cheat. Claire didn't necessarily, well, technically that would be cheating, right? Claire was having emotional, she basically admitted to having feelings with Drew in that one episode I reviewed when Dallas and Allie became a couple. That ain't cheating. It's not. So it's not cheating. She broke up with Eli so she wouldn't feel bad when she slept with Drew. Right? She knew if she would have had sex with Drew while she was still with Eli, she would have felt guilty. So it's so funny to me that literally after she confessed to Drew that she had feelings for him, that she called Eli, break up with him, and talk about us being long distance is not working, and la 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 la, and then she had sex with Drew. She had sex with Drew because she had already confessed to having feelings for him, which, if y'all want to admit it or not, that is cheating. So as far as I'm concerned, both her and Eli both cheated in the relationship. Eli cheated physically, Claire cheated emotionally. Period. She was leaning on another man for support and for emotions and feeling vulnerable to make herself feel good. She cheated on Eli emotionally. I know a lot of y'all like to say, oh, it's no such thing cheating emotionally. Yes, the fuck there is. You can cheat emotionally. And that's what Claire was doing, right? She was cheating on Eli emotionally because she felt like emotionally she didn't already checked out with Eli. But she felt like she owed him because I don't know why she felt like she owed him. And I've always said that she didn't owe him anything. If cheating was something she felt like their relationship could not have come back from, she could have said that in the episode when Drew and Bianca broke up. And I don't understand. She don't owe Eli nothing. Nothing. But it's so crazy to me that everybody like to make him like the devil and they take Claire's side. Like, y'all need to look at her actions full and through. Y'all just so to take the woman's side because she got cheated on. Yeah, Eli cheated. Physically. He might have not gone the whole way, but clothes coming off and kissing and touching. Yeah, he cheated by kissing another female. And like I said, he was man enough to come to town the next day and tell Claire to her face that he made a mistake and fix it. While Claire just made excuses for why she did what she did, she never took any accountability for basically hurting Eli. A lot of people will say, oh, how did she hurt Eli when he cheated? Well, dummies, she hurt Eli because she basically didn't tell him what was up. She never told him that the reason why she was broke up with him is because she had feelings for Drew. She never told him that. She made it seem like she broke up with him because of the long distance, when honestly, in reality, it had nothing to do with any of that. She broke up with Eli because, even though that phone call she talked about, oh, long distance and this and that, that's bullshit. Bullshit. She broke up with Eli because she was catching feelings for Drew. Period. She wanted to have sex with Drew. So, she did what she did with Drew so she wouldn't feel bad. Because she knew if she was still with Eli and she did anything with Drew physically, she would have felt bad. She would have felt guilty. Period. So that's why she broke up with Eli. Period. Because like I just said, she literally admitted to having feelings for Drew in just a couple episodes before we even got to the Sparks Will Fly episode. She literally admitted to Drew that she had feelings for him. Drew said he knows that, but he said the reason why he never made a move on her is because she has a boyfriend. And that if she wants him, she needs to break up with her boyfriend. Pretty much. So, of course, when he said something like that, of course, what she do? She break up with Eli. Right? I just feel like with Claire and Eli, let's just get back to the topic on why I feel like they shouldn't have been in game. So I just feel like the writers were just doing too much for Claire and Eli. Like, I don't know, I just feel like when I watched the 13 and 14, I'm kind of over it. Like I said, ain't no way in hell we still having the same conversation on whether or not they're going to be in game. Like, we still talking about this. We're still having this motherfucking conversation on what the fuck they gonna be. Man, if they don't just be together or shut the fuck up, that's what I was like. I want them to shut the hell up or just get back together, period. I don't think Claire and Eli should have been in game based on the fact that somebody thinks they were toxic. I feel like they shouldn't have been in game because I feel like there were other couples who deserved it more. And I feel like once I reached season 13 and 14, I was so over them. Completely. Like, over them. Like, Eli and Claire's relationship is so overrated. It is so overrated. And like I said, I was there, y'all. I was. When I first rewatched the show a couple of times, I understood. I was one of those Claire who was just, like Eli, and Claire, and all this. But it's like, no, like when y'all go back and watch the show, y'all look, there's so many things you look at differently. So many things. And if y'all still ship Eli and Claire, or y'all want them to be in game, by all means, that is y'all. Me personally, I really don't give a fuck whether or not they were in game or not. I don't think they really should have been in game because I feel like there were other couples who deserved it more. I feel like there were other couples who deserved to be in game more than them. Drew and Beyonce deserve to be in game. Shawn and Emma deserve to be in game. Craig and Ellie deserve to be in game. These are couples who actually had chemistry from beginning to end. I enjoyed their love stories. I never gave up faith, never gave up hope. I actually wanted them to be in game. Craig and Ellie, Shawn and Emma, Drew and Beyonce, I was very, very engaged in their relationship. I was very emotionally invested. Like, with Claire and Eli, they were okay to me. I think I feel like when I really was like starting to say fuck it was season 11, when it was just doing way too much. Like him being obsessed with her dating Jake, they just was doing a whole lot for me. But then in season 12 they pulled me back in, and then they broke up because, you know, the whole Cam situation. And Eli, he gets shit for that too, for breaking up with her because he wants to put his mental health first. Huh? I don't understand. Since when is it bad to want to take care of you? Since when is it bad for you to put yourself first as your number one priority? I understand where Eli was coming from. How can I be anything right now when my mind is everywhere? My mind is scattered, my brain is scattered. Claire, I can't even be a boyfriend to you. I cannot be anything right now because of the trauma I have seeing a dead kid's body. And Claire did not understand where he was coming from. She just was so quick to say, oh, you need to get over it because you didn't know Cam. Bitch! I cannot stand Claire. Ugh, I hate that bitch. Number one hated character in the show. She's just so irritating. Like, shut your trap. Shut it. Just be quiet. Even that, Eli gets shit for. Like, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I just feel like there was other couples who deserved them more to be in game to me. But, that's all we gotta say. You know, talk about the main course, and I went on a couple of side rants to appetizers. Like I said, I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Talk to you guys later.